ETF plus Trump plus rate cuts equal the biggest November rally yet. The market right now feels wild. Massive swings up and down every single day. You might think it's over, but this isn't just a rise or fall. This is a reset built by big money. It's not just price action, it's a psychological battleground testing who survives. They squeeze shorts on the way up and crush longs on the way down. But the real money? It's moving quietly, out of sight. This isn't random volatility. It is a calculated reshuffle. Every time the market grows confidence, the whales break that confidence. And honestly, this is starting to feel like deja vu. Before every major bull run in 2019, 2020, 2023, there was chaos just like this. And today's confusion, it's the same pattern repeating. A new kind of power is quietly taking over. ETF inflows, political noise, retail investors leaving the field. This isn't the end. It's a system reset, and the direction of money is already set. And the ones who read the flow now will lead the next cycle. I know what you're wondering. When and where should you actually buy? You have seen the charts, but maybe you're still not sure where to step in. Have no fear. That's why I put together the exact entry zones, signals, and principles I personally use, all made simple for beginners. And you can find it on the Training 101 site. Check the pinned comments or description after this video. When the market shakes like this, only those with a clear framework survive. Big players never show their hands. They build confidence, then use it against the crowd. What they are doing right now is simple: shaking the market up and down to clean positions and drain liquidity. And right where retail panic leaves a hole, they quietly fill it with their own positions. Fear and chaos aren't accidents. They are building time for accumulation. Charts show price, but whales, they watch psychology. They know exactly when emotions will explode, and they move the other way. It's always the same pattern. First, they trigger extreme fear. Then, they start the next rally. And this time is no different. Institutional money through ETFs is quietly adding to their positions, while political news and media fear-mongering keep retail investors shaken and out of position. When this process ends, the market resets. And after every reset, a new order emerges. This chaos we are seeing right now, it's the final stage before that new order takes shape. Trump comments aren't just for politics. They are psychological warfare. He knows exactly how to use uncertainty to move the markets. One day, for instance, he might say that, quote, he has always had a great relationship with Xi Jinping. The next day, he threatens 150% tariffs on Chinese imports. Then, suddenly, a new headline appears: Trump to visit China early next year. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is not diplomacy. It is manipulation by design. When the market feels stable, politicians throw in fear. When panic rises, they whisper peace. It's all part of a game to reshuffle where money flows. Behind every headline and crisis, there's always the same sequence: crisis, fear, policy, liquidity. And right now, we are in the very first stage of that cycle. People are pulling out of risk assets to stay safe, and institutions are stepping in to take their place. Fear-driven selling becomes opportunity-driven accumulation. And this storyline, it always ends the same way: rate cuts, liquidity returning, and capital flowing into new assets. The political noise you're hearing right now, it's just smoke, a distraction from the real signal underneath. When rates go down, the structure of every asset market changes. Liquidity that was locked up suddenly floats back in, and capital always moves to where it reacts fastest. And that market is crypto. Institutional money through ETFs is already positioned. They've been preparing long before the news hits. While retail traders panic over the swings, institutions use that chaos to enter quietly. For whales, this kind of volatility isn't danger. It is opportunity. When everyone disagrees on direction, that's when accumulation begins. The deeper the fear, the greater the potential for the next surge. Whales buy in fear and sell in confidence, always. And look, I might be repeating myself here, but let that sink in. This turbulence we're seeing now is not chaos, it's cleanup, preparation for the next phase. And once liquidity returns, this market will move at an entirely different speed. Since the rise of ETFs, the market has shifted. It is no longer led by retail, but by institutions. They don't trade price, they trade direction. It is not about chasing quick profits anymore, it's about positioning early. Because in this kind of markets, one wrong direction can cost you years. But if you read the flow correctly, one position can put you years ahead. Right now, the market feels risky. But to smart money, this is when opportunity peaks. When most people panic, the pros feel confidence. Because the real winners aren't the emotional ones. They are the ones who understand the structure. Once this volatility fades, the market will go quiet again. But that calm won't be the end of a drop. It will be the calm before the breakouts. When money starts flowing again, assets rise. And right now, that flow is just beginning. As I mentioned many times, there are only two things that truly move the markets: fear and conviction. Fear comes from emotion. Conviction comes from calculation. Retail traders react to headlines. Institutions react to numbers. So, even though the volatility looks chaotic, there's actually structure hidden inside it. Rate shifts, ETF accumulation, cross-border capital flows, everything is pointing the same way, toward liquidity, toward expansion. This phase is just pain before the pivots. The ones who can endure this volatility, they are the ones who will own the next cycle. Because the market always says the same thing: the closer you are to panic, the closer you are to opportunity. Right now, the market is in its final testing phase. High volatility, conflicting news, unstable sentiment, everything feels uncertain on purpose. Most traders get shaken out in this exact kind of environment. But this pattern, it's nothing new. It always repeats. The deeper the fear, the stronger the energy that follows. Market bottoms aren't built on price. They are built on psychology. When everyone gives up, that's when the whales step in. Beneath all the surface chaos, the direction of capital is already tilting upward. Rate cuts aren't just news. They are a signal that liquidity is returning and asset expansion is about to begin. The violent volatility you see now is just the final shakeout before the next leg up. Rallies never start with noise. They start quietly. When people are hesitant, that's when the capital starts to move. Very soon, we will see where the market stands. All this volatility, just growing pains before a major structural move. ETF inflows, a dovish Fed, and constant buying pressure, they are all aligning. Cut through the confusion. The real flow is one word: inflow. The whales already control this market. They don't follow the headlines, they follow the speed of money. This volatility, it's bait, designed to shake out retail before the real move begins. When the market pretends to break down, that's when capital quietly enters. This cycle isn't just another rebound. It's a structural bull run built on liquidity and global capital rotation. Those who can endure the fear, they will be the ones who see the beginning. The direction is already set. It's up. But before we get there, the market will make sure everyone adopts it first. Right now, the market is standing at its final threshold. Volatility is still high, but the pattern beneath it has changed. After every dip, the rebounds are getting faster, and every low is higher than the last. The direction of capital is already tilted upward. Even the media has started to change its tone. Yesterday's crash is now today's recovery. Negative headlines are slowly turning into positive ones. That's how transitions happen. Slowly, then all at once. The real opportunity lies here, in this final stretch before confidence returns. When no one believes yet, capital moves fastest. Soon, the market will become clear again. And when it does, you will realize this chaos had meaning all along. Liquidity is returning, capital is choosing growth. This, right now, is the beginning of that story. Soon, the market will enter what I call the zone of conviction. Charts will look clear, sentiment will turn bullish, but by then, the smart money will already be selling. The market always moves one step ahead. This volatility and chaos, it's the test before that step. The market never gives you certainty. Only those who decide amid uncertainty win. Rate cuts, liquidity expansion, they are already in motion. Trump's comments might shake the market again, but the direction won't change. Now is not the time to rush. It's time to understand and hold your ground. Those who trust the structure instead of reacting to noise, they will win this cycle. The market only rewards those who are prepared. When you have no framework, volatility feels like fear. But with a clear system, that same volatility becomes opportunity. I have put everything, my full trading framework and signals on Trading 101 for free. Check the link in the pinned comment right after this video. And don't forget, move with logic, not emotion, and this cycle is yours.